is the gateway to glory. Stop number 1 here on the 2017 Vans Triple Crown of Surfing, the Hawaiian Pro QS 10,000. Mitch Coleborn, Mihimana Braye, Jakson Baker, and Makan. Eleogram will be in the lineup here in the booth. Chris Cote with Strider Wasilewski. Strider, how important is this event for these surfers hoping to qualify for the World Championship Tour?
It's huge. Mihimana goes above the lip and just throws a huge frontside rotator for conditions like this. It's tough to do out there, I know.
Now, speaking of huge, what a way to start. So these surfers looking for 2 high-scoring waves. Those 2 waves will total up to be your heat total. We're seeing average heat totals 12, 13, 14, 15 being the difference. That's the number you're trying to reach in order to get through these heats. 4 surfers in the lineup. 2 surfers will advance through. So this heat is a international affair. We're starting off with surfer from Tahiti, Mihimana Braye.
Well, a wave that looked like nothing peeled him out. A nice little rotator on the end there. And Mihimana, he's got the energy, so super fit surfer, ready to do it, and taking that thing all the way to the inside. So Mihimana gets above the lip to start it out.
Between 1 and 10. 6 to 8, that's most likely a keeper in conditions like this. So on his backhand, it was Jakson Baker, surfing out of Merriweather, Australia. And he was quoted in his local newspaper. Sounded kind of like Rick Kane from the classic movie North Shore. He said, "I'm just stoked to be in." So that just shows you a surfer of this caliber, you know, getting into a QS 10,000 event that's half the battle right there. So Jakson just made the cut to get into this contest. He had a great result at the Cash Pro, and I think that's where he kind of made his final charge. Here in, back to the lineup. This is a surfer out of Maui, Makan, Eleogram. And you got to say congratulations to Makan. He just got his captain's license, so not only a ripping surfer, but put him behind the wheel of the boat, and he'll get you into some fish, guaranteed. So of course Maui renowned for its watermen, and that includes spearfishing, surfing, driving boats. So Makan recently got his certificate to be a boat captain. Jakson Baker, on the other hand, he is a surfer out of Australia who was really bright in the limelight as a pro junior, you know, and then he got on the QS. That's QS 10,000 in Hawaii. So you got to bet he's excited. And Mitch Coleborn, household name here, Strider. Everybody knows who Mitch Coleborn is. This is a guy who has gotten so close so many times to qualifying for the championship tour. Could this be his year?
It's this one and over at Sunset Beach, so you've got 2 back-to-back really big events, 10,000s. Mihimana throwing it up on the backhand a couple of times, quick snaps up into the lip, so putting up a couple of scores. And then Eleogram on the forehand, trying to find the lip line, doing some lateral snaps, and then gets it up there, back onto the open face. A couple more, live action.
Live action, Mihimana Braye. Mihimana, solid air game. Big, powerful surfer. I've seen him perform in giant waves at Sunset. Seen him surf really well here at Haleiwa. And, you know, I feel like there's a couple of surfing superpowers rising up to the ranks. Got to put Tahiti on that list. Their crew coming up right now is strong. We'll see more Tahitians coming up in the next heat. That was Mitch Coleborn, just making it look so easy. Anytime he surfs, I mean, that's an edit. It was so consistent. He just recently had an edit come out on the Convict site. Killer interview. You know, great footage of Mitch surfing down in mainland Mexico. I believe he is riding a 5.5 Black Vulture Chile surfboard, if his Instagram is correct. There's Mihimana again. That was his 5th wave.
Dynamic right there.
For sure, you see his intent in every wave. Makan Eleogram now catches his rail right there on his 2nd turn. Strider, I know you've spent a lot of time in Tahiti. Mihimana Braye is from Papeete. What is that area of Tahiti like?
There's a real quick with the replay of Mitch's wave where he comes down the line, puts it up into the lip, whips it around.
So easy
So
for Mitch.
nice and clean. Got a 5.53 for this single maneuver. Throws it up into the wind, pushes hard, throws the tail out in front of the wave into the wind, moves the foot up on the front there and brings it home. So nice in transition rotation.
At it again, Mitch Coleborn goes to the power game. Quick snap as he makes his way to this inside section. He's out. So 14.5 to go. Coleborn means business.
Back to the Papayete question, where Mihimana is from. You know, Papayete is one of those places that's just a bustling little city. Well, in 3 minutes it's going to be tough because he's got third priority, so he's really sitting in the back seat, as well as this young man, Eleogram. That's why he's on this little inside wave, because he is in fourth priority.
So Makan Eleogram surfing out of Maui. Mentioned earlier. Say congrats to Makan. That in a minute as Mihimana Braye is trying to turn things around. He's got a 9.50 total, not bad, but could have a ramp on the inside. Mihimana goes to the air, nicely done on a tricky section. Look at front side. Cool front side 360, reverts out, almost like he was hauling off a curb cut. You know,
Board looks stuck to his feet, really solid surfing. Mitch, though, you know, in order to maintain this lead or maintain a comfort level like you were talking about, these guys need to try and get up into the 14-point range. So he's going to need a solid score or two solid scores to do that. One big one, one little one. You see Mihimana kind of working off a little bit of the backwash as well as the wind, clicking the board to his feet. Finds a little bit of a lip line. You can see the little backwash there kind of boosted him around. Solid surfing right there. Nothing huge. I don't think, you know, small wave, but then you've got Coleborn's wave, a 5.6. Frontside air whip.
So the major differences there, a little bit bigger of a wave. Mitch is maybe a little bit faster,
bigger wave.
Radical.
Tail a little higher too. So when you get that tail, see that tail is just up around the head range? As the more you tweak it out, the more technical you're getting, the higher the score is going to be.
Stories like Mitch Coleborn, who has been right there. He suffered heartbreak a few times now, just missing out on the championship tour. He actually addressed that in a recent interview, saying, look, this is what we dream about, making the championship tour. Hopefully, see Mitch do that this year. And this is Makan Eleogram. It's one of his better waves. I like how this guy surfs. I haven't seen much of him in a contest situation, but Mikey is fast. You can see he's got that kind of low center of gravity at what's made this heat so far so good.
This wave started out with a Huntington hop. Thing didn't even look like a wave, and then he turned it in to a solid score of a 5.0. Then Mitch boosting above the lip, throwing the tail out. Pretty much a walk in the park for Mitch, but that doesn't mean you don't give him a score for maneuvers like that, which he was rewarded. And then Mitch right here with another solid lip line slam right there, coming down to the inside. Kept the board moving. Pushing hard. A 5.53.
In the grand scheme of things, and I think that's going to pay off for him. See Mikana again, blasting the tail out. But the backwash comes up underneath him, goes down. 4 minutes, 50 seconds to go. This was during the recap. This is Mihimana Braye.
Let's see what we got right here. Bottom turn, little setup snap into the lip. Wave coiling off in front of him. Pushes once, twice up into the lip, but then comes down with a little bit of white water taking his board away from him.
The plan is to adapt with each and every heat. This is Mihimana Braye. And he's, I would say, adapted quite nicely. Going to the air a couple times already in this heat. You see just locked into his board. Another quick snap all the way to the beach. Mihimana so far looking good. He's got a 5 and a 4.67.
Out here right now, it's still very contestable, but not exactly what the surfers came for. Mihimana not minding though. Puts up a couple of nice little turns right here. And he's working. I mean, there's so much body strength, core strength going into all these little turns he's doing, trying to keep the board moving. So There's a lot of work going on for Mihimana right there. You get along in the event, you start to get more and more points. Here we go.
Split peak. Coleborn with second priority goes to the left. High line. Nothing happening for Mitch Coleborn at the end of that wave. We haven't seen much from Baker. Here we go. A little rare right-hander. Nice opening carve. Big snap. There we go. I agree with you. Get excited about that wave. 20
Jakson.
seconds to go. That could take him from fourth to first, Strider.
Jakson Baker, the candlestick maker.
Hello.
That kid just lit the candle right off the top. Nice work right there, right at the end of that heat. We'll see if it plays in. Eleogram throwing up a couple of backhand snaps.
And this is that last wave. I mean, this wave is...
Quick snap, sets it up for another big tail blow, and then finishes strong on the inside. And you know what? He's looking for a solid score, 6.20.
Fourth to second in the last seconds of that heat. More drama to come. You're watching the whole